作ってたかと思ったら箸置き、ほらエビかわいいね。お母さんおってる、やばい。もう楽しすぎるこの家はい、今日はですね、デビットのお母様スーザンさんがドライバーズ席に、いらっしゃいまして、この車ちゃんはお母様の愛車でいらっしゃるテスラちゃんでございます。そして今日向かうところはですね、アルバリータっていうところに行きます。非常にね、皆さんがすごい綺麗なとこだよと噂してるところなので、どんなところなのか楽しみにしております。今日はボタニカルガーデン、植物園にやってまいりました。
So they came here and they worked for him for a couple of years, and then my great uncle went back to Japan to marry his fiance. They were old enough to be engaged, so they got married, and he took a picture of his brother and asked around, would you be willing to immigrate to America and marry my brother? And so my grandmother was a picture bride. When my grandmother came, my grandfather borrowed a buckboard from the Kraft sisters, the Kraft cheese sisters, and took the buckboard down to San Pedro, picked up his wife and all of her luggage, and then they came back. And when they came back to here, I think the adobe that they lived in was right where Santa Anita and Foothill. And
so I don't know of an adobe there.
No, there is no adobe, but that's where the adobes were, and then that they lived in at that time
oh my God, that is a connection in the story I have never heard, because that's 1910. That's where Anita, I believe, where you described it, where she built her mansion.
Yes, and then eventually my grandfather was.
Do you have any documentation, or is it just family lore that you have to share?
No document.
I don't want to say just, because family lore is very, valuable.
But we do have pictures of them at the adobe. Yeah. So Sierra Madre Library has the photographs that I would have. Their documentation, because eventually they moved to Sierra Madre, and one of the founding. My grandfather and his brother worked for Lucky Baldwin. They immigrated from Japan. So my family has lived in Sierra Madre for 100 years now. So at least 100. My mother was born on the same street that we're all living in now.
先ほどのお話はデイビッドさんのひいひいおじいちゃんですねがボールドウィンさんという、非常にこの地主のね権力者の下で庭師としてね仕事をしていたかっていうところからですね話が広がりまして、歴史を研究している方がですね、デイビッドのお母さんの話をね聞かせてくださいというのをお話しされていたということなんで、Eメールのね連絡先もお渡しして、またここからいろんなつながりができるでしょう。なんかアドビーハウスというのがですね、このカリフォルニアにもともと生息していた植物を一箇所ここにねまとめてらっしゃっていて、それでデイビッドのおじいちゃんが、そのラッキー・ボールドウィンさんのところでお仕事をされていた時にも果樹園のね世話をされていたということなので、デイビッド・ベルトー家歴史をですね感じるなというところでございます。
Grandmother and Uncle Michi as a baby, and this was on this property here.
And see, and then here's Uncle Billy. We don't know who that person is. And then behind them is all of the vegetable, the plants, fields that they took care of.
Wow.
See, vegetables, fruit and vegetables. C.M. Nomura. That was his, how he made his money when...
Was the delivering of produce?
Yeah, after he left the Baldwin.
That's extraordinary.
Yeah.
So probably Mr. Baldwin inspired him to start his own thing, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so.
And provided the seed monies he needed to start. Wow, that's amazing. 今度はレスちゃんがいました。サボテン、ジャイアントサボテンに100年、樹齢100年のパームツリー、ヤシの木です。すごいなぁ。お二人ともお写真を撮るのに夢中。今日はここの植物園の家族会員になりましたから、またね、ちょくちょくここに来て、そして、ピクニックしたり、いろいろできたらなと思っております。3人でこれから日本食料理楽しみ。スーザンさんです。デビットのお母さんだよ。Do you wanna say hi to my audience? Wow. Anything else? How do you like living in France?
Oh, living in France is lovely. It's very quiet and peaceful and beautiful. So, and different than Sierra Madre.
I say exactly the same, living in Sierra Madre. So all of us are living peacefully, happily, thanks to her.
And she's taking care of the place very well.
Thank you.
Oh, yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Even David never said that to me.
Like the high that I was on.
David, Susan, on the record, on the film, said she's taking a good care of the house. You have a great mom, David.
Thank you. Thank you.
My friend was moving to Santa Barbara. Said he didn't hear his phone was so in another room. He didn't have his hearing aids in. He was looking, reading or doing something before he went to bed. And so he didn't hear the phone that had the message that he had to evacuate.
Wow.
And he started smelling smoke. So he looked out the window and he saw the flame.
Oh.
So he picked up his keys, his car keys, put on shoes and a jacket, got his clothes. That was about it.
Wow.
Got in the car and he left. He was still in his pajamas.
Wow. But that's not what I was in, right? I was wearing a David sweater and I had to, live with that. What's that? What is that? Happy birthday だったそうです。
This is supposed to be a shrimp.
Really? Wow!
Oh, is that what you were doing?
何を作ってるかと思ったら、箸置き、ほら、エビの箸置きを作ってたんだね。やばい、かわいいね、お母さん。本当にやばい。もう楽しすぎる、この家。
I just put it, I was like, maybe she's just getting old.
I am getting old.
I love Okazawa.